Now it's time to look at the ideation stage, which is stage 3 in the design thinking process. So, what is ideation and why is it important? Ideation is the process of generating a broad set of ideas on a given topic with no attempt to judge or evaluate them. It is the mode of the design process in which you concentrate on idea generation. It is the phase of going wide, diverging, where we expand our solution space, our ideas on providing solutions. It flares rather than focuses. Ideation encourages us to step beyond obvious solutions by bringing together different perspectives. The ideate stage is important because it's in this stage that we can create volume and variety of solutions, and we better stand to uncover areas of innovation. Ideation involves generating ideas in high quantities. It's important to note that ideation should occur before any solutions have been selected, and it should emphasize user needs. The ideation phase begins with generating ideas and brainstorming potential solutions from the point of view, statements, and knowledge obtained from the 2 first phases. Ideation is a collaborative group process for forming ideas. By ideation, we move from user problems to user solutions. It is generating a widest possible range of ideas from which you can select, not simply finding a single best solution. The best solution will be discovered through user testing and feedback. There are many ways that we can ideate. Brainstorming. How might we questions? Storyboard. Mind maps. Laddering. Brainstorming. This is when we dedicate time to generating ideas individually or collectively. We are not seeking to evaluate ideas when we brainstorm, just generate them. The goal of brainstorming is to leverage the collective thinking of the team. Mind maps are a visually engaging way to uncover patterns and insights hidden within our collected user data. They help us to organize, arrange, and make sense of our data by untangling complexities, but also by thematically organizing ideas and finding linkages. The why-how ladder. This method is used to flesh out varying user needs and find a middle ground that is both meaningful and actionable. When we think we are all out of ideas and have plenty to discuss, only now is the time to evaluate and converge our ideas. Focusing on evaluation in the ideation phase constricts our creative process. Hence, we wait until after our ideation sessions have ended to select and evaluate the best ideas. This is when we start to shift to the convergence stage. This is to evaluate, compare, rank, and select. There are many selection options available to us. 4 categories. Dot voting. Affinity diagrams. 6 thinking hats. Now, wow-how matrix, etc. Additionally, in order to evaluate our ideas, we need to bring together different perspectives from our potential users. This can be done by creating user personas. A user persona is a fictional yet realistic description of a typical or target user of a product. It promotes empathy, increases awareness, helps us to prioritize features, and informs our design decisions. To ensure that our design is user-centered, we want to create user personas to help us make characteristics of key user segments more valid and salient. This assists us in making informed decisions when it comes to evaluating ideas. Finally, it's important to note that the more options that can be explored in stage 3, ideation, the more prototypes can be developed in stage 4. Flaring and widening are thus essential to developing options. Understanding cost, organizational, and time implications of each option is essential for decision makers. Along with understanding the role and relevance of disruptive technologies in design thinking, especially during the phase of converting ideas into prototypes. Let's now consolidate with the key takeaways of stage 3, ideate. When we ideate, we are seeking to generate many ideas. We want this process to be broad and generous. We want to entertain novel ideas. Ideation is the process of generating a broad set of ideas on a given topic with no attempt to judge or evaluate them. When we evaluate and select the ideas we generated, we have many strategies and techniques available to us. Dot voting, affinity diagram, 6 thinking hats. Now wow how matrix. Affinity diagrams help us to organize and categorize our ideas into patterns and themes. The 6 thinking hats aid us in looking at problems from different and divergent angles in a structured way. The now wow how matrix lets us categorize our ideas and help us to focus on innovation and implementation. User personas enable us to emphasize the attributes of our users into patterns.